Hello guys, Janos here and welcome to 7 Mortal Sins X-TASY Global Tier List as that of April 2022. Please take this tier list as a grain of salt and I would really appreciate your kind feedbacks and insights regarding this tier list in the comment section below. That said, let's get it started. First, let's start with Lucifer. I will be placing her in SS tier. She is without the doubt the most awesome DPS unit in the game right now. With her by your side, you can easily dominate the PvE and PvP contents. She has the highest attack stats in the game. With her critical boost, she can likely do even more damage. As soon as the battle starts, she grants herself with high speed boost and a strong shield, which is great for any content in the game. Her other crowd controlling abilities like Stun, Injured, Fracture, and extended skill cooldown time are very great for arena and obviously PvE contents. She will stay in meta for a very long time. The next on the list is going to be Belgar. I will be placing her in S tier. She boasts to have the highest defense stats in the game, which she can use to scale up her damage output. In addition, she can grant multiple defense buffs and shields to herself and allies. With her in your team, you can expect very high team sustenance. Her combination of taunt and deflection is a really good counterattack setup. Great for any content in the game like arena and campaign, but she surely requires very heavy investment. The next one on the list is going to be Asmodeus. I will be placing her in S tier. She boasts to have the highest speed in the game. She can deal high damage to the enemies while significantly boosting the damage output of her allies. She has good crowd controlling skills like Slow, Charm, and Crackdown. Slow and Move Gaze Reduction is great for arena. She is known to be of great value in campaign, arena, and the guild boss battles. Even with low investment, we can have good build for her. The next on the list is going to be Siri. I will be placing her in A tier. She is known to provide invincibility to allies, which is really great for arena and tactical boss fights. Stun removal and stun immunity are also good for arena. She lacks damage output though. Her overall stats are pretty average. The next one on the list is gonna be Abelia. I will be placing her in B tier. She can deal fairly good damage output with a spirit buff. Has lifesteal but is pretty limited. Things is good in arena. The next one on the list is going to be Leon. I will be placing her in B tier. She is a good tank with lots of taunt abilities. Her taunt even shines more with her counter strike ability. Self-heal and high defense stats boost her survival rate even further. A nice tank for every content in the game. The next one on the list is going to be Tolos. I will be placing her in A tier. She has very high attack stats. With lots of bonus damage effect in her skill, she can deal a very impressive damage output. Great for dealing great damage in arena and boss fights. The next one on the list is going to be Garcia's. I will be placing them in A tier. Reviving all dead allies is no joke. Great for any content for overall team sustenance. Move gaze boost for allies is a great advantage in arena battles. Passive speed boost gives her extra edge in PvP. The next one on the list is Charles. I will be placing her in B tier. Spirit and Keen Boost definitely helps her to deal good damage. Burn is very nice damage, but its RNG is an issue. Very low defense stats makes her quite squishy though. Needs to be at very high HP for optimal performance. The next one on the list is going to be Cecilia. I will be placing her in C tier. Good skills, but very poor stats. Her ultimate ability seems promising, but lacks firepower to maintain it. To have a chance to shine, she needs very high build. The next on the list is going to be Noora. I will be placing her in A tier. High attack and speed stats allow her to deal great and frequent damage to her enemies. Frequent stuns on enemies is great for arena. Self-attack buff and type advantage boost massively improves her damage output. The next one on the list is Anastasia. I will be placing her in B tier. Free-to-play unit who is capable of doing pretty good damage thanks to her good attack and speed stats. stats. Defense break on the target definitely allows her to scale the damage output. Great unit for boss fights. Thanks to her passive, she gets faster turns. The next one on the list is going to be Luciana. I will be placing her in C tier. Her damage output is fair, can get extra turn upon killing enemy with ultimate ability but does not reset the ultimate ability. These can be good for PvP. The next one on the list is going to be Daniela. I will be placing her in B tier. She boasts to have the second highest attack stat in the game. She is known to inflict slow on enemies and dealing more bonus damage upon landing crit hit, but the damage modifier is not really that high. Next is Hana. I will be placing her in C tier. She is known to inflict fracture and defense break on all enemies, which is quite helpful to deal massive damage to enemies while reducing the incoming damage as well, but her stats are very weak. The next unit in the list is Shalimar. I will be placing her in B tier, another free-to-play unit which you will get on your second day login. She is great for arena content where she can reduce the move gaze of all enemies by 60%, which is great. On top of that, fracture renders the enemies less effective. Pretty good PvP unit for sure. Has quite great speed stats as well, and with passive, she shines. Next is Claris. I will be placing her in B tier, a good DPS utility unit who shines more in PvP contents, as just like Shalimar, she can reduce move gaze of multiple enemies while inflicting weakening debuffs on enemies right away. Next is Forca. I will be placing her in A tier, a great waifu character who is worthy of rerolling for. Her high speed stats combined with her ability to boost her speed stats makes her a very fast unit. She is known for providing massive move gaze boost to all allies, which can prove to be of massive advantage in the arena battle. Her high damage multiplier is great for scaling high damage output. The next one on the list is going to be Zoe. I will be placing her in A tier, one of the really good tanks in the game who can taunt enemies and can counter strike them upon getting hit. She is also immune to death for one time. High defense stats makes her a very sturdy unit as well. Great for any content in the game. Next on the list is Punika. I will be placing her in B tier. She has good skills which needs very heavy build to really shine. Lots of conditions on her skills are not that easy to fulfill. Next is Amber. I will be placing her in A tier. She has very good attack stats and second highest speed stats in the game. Her passive additionally boosts her damage output to a great extent. Her ability to reduce the enemy's move gaze is valuable in arena content. That said, this is it for the tier list of 7 models since X-TASY as that of April 2022. We have a lots of meta units incoming in the near future. I will try to keep updating my tier list as much as possible. That said, this is it for today. See you guys in the next video.